Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you live from Whitefish, Montana. And it is definitely fall here, cooler temperatures in the 40s at night, and rainy yesterday and today. Supposed to rain for the next few days, so that's good. Better than snow, not quite ready for the snow. Hi, Joanne, nice to see you on here. So my question for you up above or on YouTube down below is, do you use, yay or nay, do you use real pumpkins to decorate for decorations? I did buy some pumpkins, some little mini pumpkins. One of them was called a pumpkin pie pumpkin, but I've never used that one for pumpkin pie. I've used the larger ones, or I use the kind of greenish white ones. Hi, Missy, nice to see you on here. Yes, Joanne does use pumpkins for decorating, real pumpkins. Yeah, I know a lot of people tend to use the fake ones that you can buy at Michael's and Home Goods and wherever else, but I like to use the real ones, and then typically when they start going bad, I just throw them away. The pumpkin pie one, I might go ahead and process it. So cut it open, clean it out, and bake it or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I just have always liked. I remember one year I bought all those different kinds of decorative gourd and stuff. And since we weren't using a fireplace in Arizona because it wasn't hot enough or cold enough, I did my whole fireplace inside where you would normally put the wood. I left the grate in there. It had been totally cleaned out, and I decorated it with pumpkins and leaves and things, and it looked so pretty. The leaves weren't real, but the pumpkins were real, and it was so cool. So, but I haven't done that here because we actually use our fireplace, but I do decorate the mantle. Although I've discovered, since I have a gas fireplace and the heat rises, Benji likes to sleep on the mantle right above there. So now I'm going to decorate on the sides, because otherwise she just knocks things out of the way to get to where she wants to lay down. So now I have to leave a spot for her. Otherwise things fall. Why do cats do that? It kind of goes along with the which animals do you think would be the most rude that I had a post a couple days ago. It was cat, bunny, wolf, or snake. And most people were choosing the cat, and I can kind of see that. They're kind of rude. It's all about them. All right. Thanks, Joanne. I think it looked really cool. I'll have to see if I can find a picture. I don't know. I could always post it, but I don't do that anymore, but I do like to decorate. And this year I just went ahead and bought a couple because they were at Safeway, so I did. All right, so it is Wednesday. No, it is Thursday. Yesterday was Wednesday. It's supposed to be Paper Pumpkin Playdate. I was not having a good stomach day, so we didn't do that. So we're going to do it today. So let's go ahead. Here is our beautiful, very fall-worthy paper pumpkin. All you have to do is add a pair of scissors, because it is all-inclusive. Everything comes in the kit that you need to make the kit, except scissors. They don't put scissors in the kit. And your very first kit even comes with a block, a clear block that you can use. For the purpose of today of ease and speed, I will be using my collection of ergonomic blocks. You can see the difference here between the two. If you do other all-inclusive kits, there are blocks in them, and you can glue these together. So I would recommend using the Stampin' Seal Plus, or I think it was Missy, didn't you say that you did it with just the regular Stampin' Seal and it stuck just fine? So then you can put two of these together, and then they'll be a little bit thicker, or leave them separated if you have more, and that way you don't have to change out your blocks so often. So I'm going to set that aside. The other thing that comes in your kit always is at least one ink spot. This is Lost Lagoon. For the purpose of today, I will be using my regular full-size Lost Lagoon, and I've brought in some other colors to play with today as well. So I'm bringing in some Lost Lagoon, pumpkin pie, copper clay, pecan pie, early espresso, and I forgot the Cajun craze. Hang on. You'd think I'd be more prepared. I'm getting there. I only forgot one thing so far that we can figure out. I also am bringing in some ribbon. This is the textured ribbon. It is the Pebbled Path. So we'll see. I just threw some things over today. I'm gonna use you to help me do these cards. I've got some ideas in my head, but I wanted to try. I've got one card that we're gonna kind of do together, and I'm gonna use you to pick how we're gonna do it. So it's kind of a choose your own adventure sort of thing. We always have a photopolymer stamp set, and this one has images as well as sentiments, and the sentiments are with love and gratitude, thanks, thank you, for you, and grateful for you. And then we have a pumpkin with a stem, and then we have this beautiful greenery, which is what's all over here. All right. Then we have our no-fail instructions. This is one of the best part if you are just beginning. Good morning, Covina. It's still morning. Well, for you, it's even more morning because you're Pacific time zone. All right, Missy says, yes, the regular stamp and seal did work to glue those two together. All right, so we did a bag and we did a card, and I'll show you those in case you missed it last week. And then our no-fail instructions. So here's all the ingredients for both, and then how to put it together. Although we kind of decided that the bag instructions are not very clear. They did send an email with a video on how to do it, so if you need to do that, or you can go back and look at last week's when I put it together. Here's all the ingredients that are in the kit, and then the coordinating colors, which are copper clay, crumb cake, Lost Lagoon, Mossy Meadow, Pebble Path, and gold. And then here's some ideas for some alternates. So on this one, they went ahead and they stamped the bag, which I am inclined to do as well. And then they did two other cards. And this, I was trying to figure out, this looks like they used the inside of the envelope for the back of the card. So those are the instructions. We made the cards last week as designed. See how this is? I think they open that up and they use that as the back of the card. And here is the little card. And then the bag we made and put it together, and then it's got, since I don't have anything in it yet, it's got the glue dots there for sealing, like that, and then the glue dots here for sealing as well. Now, Missy's right. She was saying last week that she went ahead and put it on the card or on the envelope like this. I'm just worried that it would get messed up, especially with Benji running around here. So I'm keeping mine safely in here because it has been knocked off the counter a couple times. So with it being in here, it's not gotten damaged. But this is kind of a plain, even though it's got this beautiful decoration. I think the alternate they did, well, they added some ribbon, but I think doing the pumpkins would look really nice. So I was thinking of doing that today, seeing if we can, you know, I don't think we can flatten this out. So this one's just going to be plain, but we're going to do one where it's not plain. All right, so let's get some ingredients out. This is our chipboard. We want to use it because there is no cushioning on these, so we want to make sure to use the chipboard for our cushioning. I'm going to go ahead and put the stamps on my blocks so that I don't have to keep changing them out. That's the beauty of having multiple blocks. And then we want to use this one. So when you have multiple blocks, then you can just have all your stamps on there and you don't have to keep changing them out. When you just have one block, then you have to keep changing it out. So I'm going to do the thank you that way, like that. And then I'm going to do the thanks, because I can always use thanks and thank yous, like that. And grateful for you. Let's see which sentiment was on here. Just thank you. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave those for now. I might use them, might not, but now I've got all my stuff on blocks, and that way they are ready to go. Forgot one more thing. When you want to change colors, you need to make sure to clean. So having a stamp and Simply Chamois is a great way to have that nearby and ready to clean. We'll start off with that nice and clean as well. All right, I'm gonna set that aside for the moment. So what I want to do is I want to pull out this stuff right here. Here's our adhesives. We have tear and tape, we have dimensionals, and we have glue dots, lots of glue dots, and those are larger size glue dots. All right, so let's go ahead. We're gonna pop out one of those, and one of those. All right, set that aside. I'm going to pop out one of these gold, and now you can punch things out of this or die cut things out of the gold, so hang on to this gold. There's still a lot you can get out of this gold. We're not going to be doing that today, but we will be doing that next week. I'll show you how you can still use this area here to punch out small things. All right, and then there is tissue paper in between to keep it protected. All right, here is one of our card bases. I'm going to be using that. And then one of the envelopes. And then here is one of the, here we go, one of the bags. So we're going to start, oh, we already have this. We need one of these. We have extras, and then we'll keep our sentiment pieces right there. All right, so let's start off by going ahead and stamping some of these. Where am I looking? I want to protect the edges of my bag, okay? Yeah, looks like they did as well. So I want to protect the edges of my bag, so I'm going to just use a Post-it note to put along here. These are different ones. These, they're the ones that I have the handiest, so that's why I'm using it. All right, let me find another one, another size. Here we go. Nope, not one of those. All right, I have some close. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and block this so that I don't stamp that. And then I'm going to go ahead and block this as well. All right, so I'm just going to do some stamping along here with the pumpkin. All right, so I'm just kind of mimicking or copying, casing, however you want to call that, this right here to do this one, except with the different, or without the ribbon. I'm going to do it a little differently, but I like that. So what I did is I brought over my pumpkin pie, but I don't want it super stark. All right, I don't want it super stark. So we're going to tap it into here, and look how strong that is. But then we can go a little bit lighter. So we're going to do that. I'm going to stamp it lightly, and then stamp it over here. That way, whoa. Okay, so there's a fold. There's a fold in the bag, so you want to make sure to get it all the way like that. And then do this one lightly. And I'm going to go up here with it. So here you'll want to press well, but it's so much nicer. See how bold this was compared to this? This is much nicer because it's not as dark. And then we'll do another one. I'm just going to do a little bit down here, and then we're going to change the color. All right, and we're going to bring in the Lost Lagoon. But of course, before we change the color on our stamp, because we don't want to mess it up, mess our ink up, we're going to do this. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to ink it once, but stamp it twice. So lightly here, and then we'll go right there. And I want to press, all right, and then stamp, ink, and go right here. All right, so it just gives it a nice shadow instead of the super dark. All right. So we'll clean that off. But then we still need our stump, right? So we're gonna have to do the stump also. I'm gonna use the copper clay for the stump, but we need to stamp it off as well, okay? So stamp it off means you stamp it off over here and then you stamp on there. So there it goes that way. So stamp off, and you can see it just right there. Stamp off, there we go. Stamp off, there we go. Stamp off. I don't know, actually I think we could go dark on these. Yep, I think we're gonna go dark, so I'm gonna go back over them. The beauty of the photopolymer is that you can see right through it. So you can go back over where you were. I think this one actually looks better dark because it works. There we go. All right, so we'll once again clean off the stamp. Close up our ink. All right, and then, oh, actually we're gonna use this ink for our sentiment. And we're gonna do the short little thanks. Right there, like that. Pop that one out. I think we used the wrong sentiment last week. We did. On our little card, we did. I just realized it because I thought, well, how come there's two missing here but not over there? So it was supposed to be the flat-edged sentiment like this instead of the long one, but that's okay. It is what it is. It's no harm, no foul. We always do things a little differently. All right, so we're going to put these over here, and I'm going to use, okay, so then we're going to take this off, take off our thing, and there we go. There's the front of our, oh, did anyone catch that? That's the back of the bag. Missy just caught that. Good girl, Missy. All right, let's try it again. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. All right. I'm sure I knew that somehow. At some point in time, I must have known. I didn't until I picked it up to put it together and realized. How long has that been there, Missy? Has that been there for a while? Have you been saying and yelling at me through the screen, Jude, it's the back of the bag. The back of the bag. All right, let's try that again. Lots of practice now. All right, so we're going to stamp off. All right, here we go. Yep. Yep. That's how it goes sometimes. All right. So, of course, they're all in different places, not even the same as what I did on the back, but that's okay. So now your back and your front is all decorated. All right. Has that been up there for a while? You caught it before I started stamping? Saw the gold stripe on the top? Oh, yeah, well, that's what happens. I was so into it, I forgot to look up to see, to have you catch me. Oh, that didn't stamp well. All right, I wonder. If I could do that again. Nope, there's still something there not catching. All right, we'll have to see what we can do about that. Because that is the front. The back definitely turned out way better. All right, let's do our copper clay stumps. Here we go. You know, it's not even that noticeable, and the colors on pumpkins are not always even, so I'm not even going to worry about it. But let's go ahead and clean these up. There we go. Got those clean. Let's get this out of the way now. Did I make any other mistakes? Anyone else catch some mistakes? See, I make the mistakes so you don't have to, right? What do I like? I don't know. I like this side better. I think my first side turned out better. But, oh well. So, we talked about folding it like this. All right. So that you had those lines. All right. And you want to fold it in like this so that it catches. Fold it in like this. All right. And then let me refresh my memory on where to put the adhesive. All right, so we have the bag up like this. We're going to fold it down like that. So we want the adhesive on the inside here. Let's see. Adhesive on the inside here. Like that. There we go. And then on the outside here, we want our adhesive there. So rub that, and then when we flip it over, we want the adhesive here. All right, so use your instructions to help you remember those things. That's what they're there for. All right, so now we'll take our Take Your Pick tool, because it's the best tool in the universe for this kind of stuff. And then come on, there we go. There we go. Like this. Like this. All right, so now we have it. We're going to put this one down. Forgot to fold that one. I guess probably the best thing is to crease it while it's flat. All right. So fold it all in while it's flat before you take off the sticky stuff. We're going to do that. Does it show? No, it doesn't show. So I think we decided that we're going to put these sides in first, put this one down, and then put this one on top. There we go. So the sides first, and then the one without the sticky stuff, and then you're going to have to put your hands in here to kind of make it go, because you can't lay it flat once you get it put together. All right, there's no way, because it's not like a paper bag in the sense that it has that fold line, and you really wouldn't want the fold line up front. So then we're going to take our glue dots, and I'm going to again just put them there, leave the little paper on for closing later once I put something in here to give away. And then we're going to take these two. I can't grab the thing. All right. So I'm going to use glue dots. Where is it? Down here. Like that. Pop those off. Oop, wow, that popped way far. And put that right there. Then I'm going to use, no fingernails. Can't pop things off. All right. So this one I'm going to put right here. So I want to put a glue dot right here. I guess you guys are kind of far out. Would you like to see a little closer? There we go. All right. I love how you greet each other. I think that's so awesome. Building a nice little crafty community on here. And I love that you greet each other. Especially since some of you have never met in person or even on. All right, so now this I'm going to put on the dimensionals. There we go, like that. And then it will go, oop, that's a little bit sticky there. So I'm going to bring back, one of these papers to put on here to take off when I go to put it on here. So this is folded over like this, and then I'll put this here without the ribbon. To me that was way too bulky, and so I'm going to use that, and so I'll put some glue dots on here. We'll save this for the other card. Glue dots on here, across here, so that when I'm ready to close up that envelope, then I can put this on top of it. All right, so this will close up like this, and then I'll put this right here. All right, and again, I'm not doing it now, even though I could totally do it now. I'm not doing it now because it gets knocked off the little shelf here that I have as Benji goes walking along. I found her. I'll have to post a picture of it. I found her on my computer, like on my keys, because it's so nice and warm. Crazy cat. All right, oops, looks like I've got the sun coming in after all. So let me go ahead and block that. There we go. So we don't have that. All right. So that is this one, and then I wanted to do one other one for you that we have. How many of you have played with this, or have you given some of these little baggies and thank you cards away? They're perfect for the season right now. So this time I'm going to bring in one of the brushed gold cards and envelopes. All right, it comes in a package of 20. I think they're $10 or $11. It's really a good deal. And there's the front of the envelope, and then here's the inside or the outside. So I want to go ahead and pull this in because we have that other gold, and I thought it would be really pretty. I saw someone else use it. Jessica Orturia, I think was her name, or how you say it. And I wanted to pull these in together, and we're going to, I like how that looks. I'll brush down like that. All right. I think we're going to do it from this side. Like that. And we're just going to stamp right on here. So with this one, I'm going to stamp, I think we're going to use with love and gratitude and the thank you. All right, so we're going to use the, where is it? My Blue Lagoon. So we're going to hold that just for a minute because it's kind of a shiny card, so you want to be careful that you don't smear it. With love and gratitude. Thank you. All right. And then, see, the card's already done. We don't even have to do anything to it. We're just going to take these. We're going to put some glue dots on the back of this one. And we're going to do some dimensionals on this one. All right, so let's do that. So it's when you get these card bases and they're already done for you, it just makes putting a card together so quick and easy, because you don't have to do more to it if you don't want to. You can do more to it if you don't want to. You opened, let's see, definitely better with the pumpkins on the bag, yes. You opened it yesterday but haven't made anything yet? Okay. All right. And Covina, did you, I think I saw that you said you finally got yours. I'm kind of surprised that yours takes a little longer than mine. You're not that far away. All right, so let's pop these off right here. Pop this off. Whoop. All right. Glue dots can be tedious. If you don't want to mess with glue dots, then you should get some Stampin' Seal or some liquid glue. All right, so if you don't like the look of messing with glue dots, then I recommend the glue or the Stampin' Seal, which usually I use. I'm not sure why I'm not using it right now. I couldn't tell you why. All right, so we're going to put dimensionals on this one, but I'm going to use my larger dimensionals because these are larger leaves. All right, like that. And so we want the gold kind of peeking out, but we don't necessarily want it the main focus. There we go, like that. Oh, I got that too far over. Is it going to come up? Is it going to come up? Come on. Oh, tore one. Because these gold things are delicate. But I tore it a little bit, but I'll just leave it there. You won't be able to tell. I got to get this leaf on there. I had it off the page. All right, and then what we're going to do is just put a little sprig of the gold right here. So we're going to use the dimension or the glue dots again. And put a little bit of gold. I'm just going to do those three right there because I don't know where it's going to hang off exactly. So we're just going to do that and have it, let's see, there we go, right there. All right, so there, a nice, quick, and simple card, okay, with the love and gratitude, thank you. And then we've already got this all done. We don't have to do anything. It's already all done, all beautiful. We could do something on the inside, which I think we really should do. Let's go ahead and use our Lost Lagoon and do this on the inside. That has lots of air bubbles. There we go. That does too. Is that going to stamp with air bubbles? That does. Let me. All right. Well, it looks like it fills in. All right, here we go. Like that. Is it raining? Nope. Thought I heard rain. There we go. And then I'm going to do it from the other direction. This one is interesting. It's stamping weird. So sometimes if they haven't been used enough, let me clean it. They get those little air bubbles, but it does kind of fill in. So what I've seen is you can just kind of get your fingerprints on it. Okay. Let's try it now. Let's see. That's looking better. All right, so we'll just do this over there. Oh, and I messed up. Let's see, the beauty of there we go. The beauty of photopolymer is you can go back over it because you can see through it. Isn't that great? I love that about it. All right, so there we go. A nice simple card with an envelope already decorated. You don't even have to do anything with that. You can write your thanks on the inside, and then we have a decorated bag with the pumpkins instead of the leaves. So those are our 2 projects for this week. All right, I will be back again next week. Always curious as to what you're doing with your paper pumpkin, so feel free to share a picture on the bottom in the comments after it's not live anymore, when you can watch the replay. Go ahead and share a picture of the alternates that you're making with this kit, because I'm always curious, and sometimes I might even case you. All right. Sorry you were gone, lost Wi-Fi. Oh, bummer, Kavina. Well, then you can watch the replay. That's the beauty of Facebook and YouTube, is there's always replays. If you are watching from YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I would appreciate that very much. And the little bell, feel free to give me a thumbs up. All right, on Facebook, a heart or a wow would be great. And then feel free to share this video so others can see what kinds of projects you can do besides just what's designed in there. So thank you so much. Joanne, you like those? I'm glad you do. Missy heard my small dimensionals. You hoard your small dimensionals? Yeah, well, and really with this, that it was big enough, I like to just use the big ones. Does glue work okay on the shiny? On the back of the gold pieces, yes, the glue will work because it is, let me get one. It is a paper background back here. You wouldn't put glue on the, oops, you wouldn't put glue on the front. It is paper back here, so you can use the glue, the liquid glue on them, yes. Shiny on shiny, I wouldn't use glue. It will hold, it'll just take longer to dry, and it'll probably slip slide a little bit more, but you can use the liquid glue for this kit as well. All right, so thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you next week for another round of Paper Pumpkin Playdate and maybe some other lives. All right, so still working out my calendar and trying to get everything sorted out, but I will keep you posted. And in the meantime, I gotta finish this room. I know that looks all done, but not all of it is done. So I'm trying to get that finished, and that way I can do a video tour for you next week of the 100% completed room. All right, plus we have some other things coming up. Don't forget to register for World Card Making Day. When you register, if you need the link, let me know. When you register, they will send you an email with what stamp sets they're using and the measurements on how to cut for your for the cards, and you can use any stamp set. You do not have to use the ones they are using. It is a free workshop for 3 hours from 2 to 5 o'clock Mountain Time on October 7th, and it's free to register. So if you want that registration link, send me a DM or ask in the comments below, and I will message you that link. And then remember the Christmas Kit Club. All right, the next kit that we will be doing for the Christmas Kit Club is this one, the Festive Tags kit. Ooh, say that one 10 times each. All right, here are the tags. We'll be making the tags as well as making some alternates. So if you want to do that with me, please let me know. You can just put Christmas Kit Club or just put club down below, and I will message you to find out about getting you that information. So I think that's it for today. So enjoy, keep playing with that paper pumpkin. Show me below what you've done with it. I'm always curious to see. Have a great rest of your Thursday and a great rest of your week. See you later. Bye-bye.